piano like a window slowly opening to morning air. I used to tiptoe through the room, afraid my light would burn too soon. I said, I'm sorry just for being, for breathing deep, for fully feeling. I folded small inside their frame, like every dream should fit the name. But quiet doesn't mean erased, and now I stand with more than grace. I'm not sorry for the space I take, for every smile I didn't fake, for laughter loud, for tears that came, for walking wide without their name. I don't need to fit the shape, I made my own and claim my place. I won't shrink just to belong, I won't mute what makes me strong. They never asked me to be real, but I stopped living to conceal. They said too much, I said just right. They said calm down, I chose my height. And if I shake the floor I'm near, at least I'm true, at least I'm clear. I'm not sorry for my name in lights, for showing up in all my heights, for claiming space, for breathing wide, for not pretending I must hide. I didn't come here to be small, I came to rise and hold it all. I gave them calm, I gave them grace, the part of me that took up space. But deep beneath the practice lines were storms I never let unwind. They knew the girl who had it neat, who made her pain look bittersweet. But in the rooms I kept untouched, I cried too loud, I felt too much. These are the parts I never shared, the ones too wild, the ones too scared, the dreams that cracked before they flew, the truths I whispered just to you. And though the world may never see, they're just as real inside of me. I don't regret the masks I wore, they kept me safe when I felt sore. But now I lay them gently down to meet the girl I never found. If no one tears the tears I keep, if no one knows what runs this deep, ashamed of where I've worn the softer threads, the aching seams. They all belong to all my dreams. I may not share each thread with you, but I am stitched in something true. Soft piano like footsteps in an empty gallery. I used to wait to be seen, held my breath between their maybes, and might have been thought if I earned it they'd let me in. But I forgot I was already in. I rehearsed how to be picked, wrote lines and smiles, soft and truths, so they would stay. But there's no peace in shrinking thin, so I stood up and walked right in. She didn't wait to be chosen anymore. She opened her own quiet door. She sat where no one thought she would. She made the silence feel like good. This isn't pride, it's something more. A life that doesn't ask to be adored. Now she wakes without the weight of proving she's allowed to stay. She doesn't ask if it's her turn. She lives like someone meant to burn. It's not about applause or eyes, it's how it feels to not disguise. And if no one ever sings her name, she still walks tall without that frame. She didn't wait to be asked to rise. She took the sky without disguise. She didn't check if it was time. She moved like it was always mine. And every breath she dares to own is proof enough she stands alone. Soft piano like paper being folded, then released. They gave me rules like they were gold. Don't reach too far, don't be too bold. So I built walls from quiet doubt and tucked my wildest wonders out. They praised the girl who played it safe, who stayed inside a softer shape. But rules that steal the light I need are rules I'll continue to heed. I let go of their rules, not my dreams. I tore the seams they stitched in me. I kept the fire, I dropped the frame and walked away, still not ashamed. I may not please the ones who taught, but I became the girl I sought. I dream in colors they don't name. I carry storms they try to tame. And if that makes me hard to guide, I'd rather wander than abide. I lost their map but found my sky. I lost their lines but learned to fly. And every step outside their scheme led me back to my own dream. So don't mistake my silence now for shrinking down or learning how to stay inside the lines they because I believe. I used to hide the way I break, tried to be still for my own sake, but quiet hearts that feel too much were never made to lose that touch. They said to harden not to feel, that wounds are signs we don't quite heal, but I would rather bleed and mend than live a life I just pretend. I took back my softness, took back every open breath, every tear they called a mess. I let my kindness make me loud, not in noise but in what's allowed. And now I hold what they let fall, the part of me that feels it all. I love too deeply, cried too fast, but in that flood I found what lasts. And if that makes me less enough, then let me be that kind of tough. Oh, my strength was never in the shell, it lived beneath where feelings swell. And now I choose to wear it plain, my softness wider than their shame. I took back what made me warm, the way I bend but never mourn, the way I see through other storms and hold them close before they form. I am not weak, I'm wildly wide, with love they thought I had to hide. Soft piano, like stars blinking, alone in the sky. There was a time I only bloomed when someone watched, when someone swooned. I used to weigh my worth on gaze, the louder cheers, the better days. But silence taught me something rare, that presence isn't always there. And if I wait for eyes to see, I miss the light that lives in me. I'm still magic, even without their eyes. Still rise like dawn, still paint my skies, still sing when no one's in the pew, because my wonder knows what's true. And if they never understand, I'll still glow without their hand. I dance in rooms where no one claps, I write for me, not for their maps. I smile in mirrors, not for show, but just to watch my own light grow. Let them scroll past, let them sleep, Not every treasure's theirs to keep, and just because they miss this view doesn't mean it isn't true. I'm still magic, even on my own. Still build a world they've never known. Still rise in soft and silent ways. Still blaze in rooms without their praise. I don't need stage, I don't need signs. This quiet light has always shined. I used to run toward every crack, thinking love could bring it back. I tried to hold what wasn't whole and made it part of my own soul. I stitched the silence, patched the pain, even when it bled again. I gave my light to dimmest rooms and thought that meant I chased the moon. But not everything broken is mine to fix. Not every fire needs my wick. Some hearts don't want to heal at all, they just need someone there to fall. And I'm not here to lose myself, just to be someone else's help. I've learned to draw a clearer line. Not everything broken is meant to be mine.
I held the weight they wouldn't face. I gave too much, I called it grace. But love that drains you into dust isn't care, it isn't trust. Now I let go without regret, not out of anger, just reset. Some things fall so you can breathe. Not everything is meant to be. Not everything broken is mine to save. Some storms aren't mine to brave. I'll hold the hands that wanna heal, not ones that used to never feel. I'm not the glue, I'm not the cure, I'm someone worthy of much more. I'm done confusing loss for signs. Not everything broken is meant to be mine. I was the one they called at night, the steady hand, the quiet light. I gave them peace with borrowed breath, while carrying my silent death. I held my tears like they were wrong, and wore a smile that felt too strong. No one could see
was breaking at my pace. I was tired, but I kept smiling while all my edges were compiling. A storm I never dared to show because they needed me to glow. I held it in, I stayed composed. I wore my armor fully closed, but inside I was quietly piling. I was tired, but I kept smiling. I don't regret the love I gave, but I forgot I could be saved. I showed up when my soul was low, and no one stopped to ask or know. Now I sit with that old me, the girl who fought so silently, and whisper, you can rest, it's done. You don't have to be the sun. She was tired and still kept smiling. Even when the weight was wilding, she never asked for less to hold. She just kept going, brave and cold. But I see her now, I feel her ache, and give her back the breath she faked. She's not alone, she's not exiling. She was tired, but she kept smiling. Goodbye to the girl who stayed too late, who begged the sky to change her fate, who folded small to fit inside the places love had long denied. Goodbye to the hands that reached too far to hold up dreams that fell apart, to the voice that softened every plea, just to be chosen, just to be seen. Goodbye to the girl I used to be. You were brave even when you couldn't see. You tried so hard, you loved so loud. You built your wings inside the clouds, but now it's time to set you free. Goodbye to the girl I used to be. Were brave even when you couldn't see. You tried so hard, you loved so loud. You built your wings
ashamed of where you broke. I'm not ungrateful for the hope. You did your best with what you knew. I owe my strength today to you. Goodbye to the girl who begged and bled. Goodbye to the weight inside her chest. Goodbye to the fear of not enough. Goodbye to the ache she called love. You made it safe to dream again. Goodbye, old friend, and thank you. They said my heart was made too thin, that every crack was giving in. They called my tears a broken thread, a weakness hanging by a thread. They called my hope a heavy stone. They called my dreams too much to hold. But I stayed open, I stayed kind, and now I see that was the spine. My softness was always my strength. The way I loved, the way I bent, the way I stayed when nights were long, the way I sang through every wrong. I wasn't fragile, I was steel, wrapped in the only thing that's real. My softness was always my strength. I stitched my wounds with quiet hands. I built my life from shifting sands. I turned my cracks into a sky where even broken wings could fly. I won't regret the way I gave. I won't regret the hearts I saved. I am the proof that love can stand, not in the fist, but in the hand. My softness wasn't wrong. It was the way I made it long. Through every storm, through every tear, through every voice that said to fear. I wasn't weak, I wasn't less. I was the bravest tenderness. My softness wasn't wrong. It was the way I made it long. Through every storm, through every tear, through every voice that said to fear. I wasn't weak, I wasn't less. I was the bravest tenderness. My softness was always my strength.
breath. Not sure what kindness meant just yet. You said my name like it was gold, and I forgot how that could hold. I'm used to giving more than due. I never asked to be held to. I thought love came with things to prove, but you just stay and let me move. I'm learning how to let love in without a fight, without pretend. To take the hand that doesn't shake, to feel, not fear, what doesn't break. It's foreign still, this quiet wind, but I'm learning how to let love in.
You don't ask why I guard the light. You sit with me on silent nights. You don't fix what's bruised inside. You just stay close and let it ride. I won't unravel all at once, but I'll let go inch by inch. And maybe that's the softest start, to let you near my beating heart. I'm learning how to let love in, to open slow and not resent, to trust that love can be this still, without conditions, without will. You showed me care that doesn't spin, and I'm learning how to let love in. You don't ask why I guard the light. You sit with me on silent nights. You don't fix what's bruised inside. You just stay close and let it ride. It's foreign still, this quiet wind, but I'm learning how to let love I wash my face, I brush my hair, but something's missing in the stare. I smile at strangers, talk out loud, but none of it feels quite allowed. I wear the clothes I used to love, but they hang looser than they were. I show up where I need to be, but feel like someone watching me. I don't feel like me anymore, like I slipped out a quiet door and left a version here to stay, to fake it all and walk each day. It's not a scream, it's just a sigh, a silent wondering, where am I? No panic, just a missing chord. I don't feel like me anymore. I laugh, but not the way I used. It sounds sounds like someone being used by habits, masks, and practiced grace that doesn't reach beneath my face. Maybe it's just life in waves. Maybe I'll come back in days, but right now I just feel unknown, like I'm too here but too alone. I don't feel like me anymore, but maybe that's what change is for. To break apart, then build again. To lose yourself, then find a friend. So I won't rush, I won't pretend, but I'll be waiting when I mend. For the girl I'm fighting for, the one who feels like me once more. I used to run from my own hands. I used to lose myself in plans. I used to silence all my needs to be the girl someone could keep. I used to beg myself to stay through words I never meant to say, through empty rooms and shattered doors. I left myself to love them more, but I promise I won't leave myself again. Not for a hand, not for a friend, not for the chance to be believed, not for the hope that love might breathe. I will stay through every fall, through every echo, through it all. I promise I won't leave myself again. Not for a hand, not for a friend, not for the chance to be believed, not for the hope that love might breathe. I will stay through every fall, through every echo, through it all. I promise I won't leave myself again. I'll hold my own when nights grow thin. I'll be the light I needed then. I'll speak my name in steady tones. I'll plant the roots in my own bones. No more shrinking just to fit. No more aching just to sit. No more chasing missing air. I am already standing there. I promise when doubt grows loud, when storms unmake the safest ground, when doors are closed, when lights are dim, I'll reach for me, I'll stay within. I won't abandon this soft skin. I promise I won't leave myself again. with ache. I learned to love the breaths I take. I built a world inside my skin. I found my own way back again. I won't chase what isn't mine. I won't plead with passing time. I'll stay my ground, I'll stay my peace, and let love come to find its seed. The right love will find me here, without the shouting, without the fear. It'll see the light I made inside. It'll meet the fire I never hide. I won't be waiting, I'll be free. The right love will come to me while I'm whole. I searched in hands, I searched in eyes, in broken maps and starlit skies. I ran through doors that wouldn't stay, chasing a place to end the chase. I packed my dreams inside their hands. I drew my heart in shifting sands. I thought that home was something earned, a place that someone else confirmed. But home was always inside of me, not in the leaving, not in the need, not in the hands that let me fall, not in the rooms where echoes call. It wasn't somewhere I could flee. Home was always inside of me. I built my shelter bone by bone. I filled my skies with songs I own. I lit a fire that won't depend on doors that open, hearts that bend. I was the place I longed to find, the open door, the steady kind, the silent space that stayed and stayed. I was the one I always craved. Home was always in my breath, in every step I thought was left, in every tear I thought erased. Dear future me, if you're afraid, if you're still learning how to stay, if you're still carrying old pain, that's okay, that's still brave.
Dear future me, if you forget how far you've come, how much you've kept, I'll hold the memories in my hands, so you can dream, so you can stand.
I'm already proud of you, for every broken road you knew, for every night you chose to breathe, so you can dream, so you can stand. I'm already proud of you, for every broken road you knew, for every night you chose to breathe, for staying soft when you could leave. You don't have to climb or win to be enough beneath your skin. Dear future me, I'm proud within.
Dear future me, if tears still fall, if old ghosts still sometimes call, you don't have to fix it all, you're still a miracle after all.
Whatever you have lost or found, whatever dreams still circle round,
You are enough, you always were, not for the world, but for her. I'm already proud of you, for all the fears you're walking through, for every scar you turn to grace, for every sunrise on your face.
you don't have to prove a thing.
You are my always, my soft wing. Dear future me, I'm already proud of you.
She thought love meant staying still, even when it hurt to feel. She didn't know that quiet pain was not the price for something sane. She trusted hands that let her go, believed in words that didn't show. She gave her heart with open skies to someone who just fed her lies. I didn't know back then, but I forgive her now. She did her best without the how. She showed up full, she broke with grace. She tried to win an empty race, and though she lost her way a lot, she never lost the love she brought. I look at her and breathe somehow. I didn't know, but I forgive her now. stayed too long, she begged too small. She answered every distant call, but every bruise she took in stride built the girl I hold with pride. She didn't fail, she wasn't weak, she was just learning how to speak. And now I speak the words she missed. You still deserved a love like this. I didn't know back then, but I love her still. For every fall, for every will, she made it here. She paved the way so I could live a softer day. She didn't know how far she'd been, but now I hold her hand again. No shame, no blame, just love aloud. I didn't know, but I forgive her now. I don't wake up with grand plans, no audience, no big demands. I pour my coffee, sit and breathe. No race to run, no one to please. I used to chase what shined the most, a louder win, a louder post. But all that noise just made me numb. Now quiet joy is where I'm from. It doesn't look impressive, but it feels like peace. No spotlight moments, just release. No need to prove, no need to win, just loving where my feet have been. I light a candle, wash the day, and no, I didn't run away. I just chose calm over the feast. It doesn't look impressive, but it feels like peace. They may not see what I let go, the weight I dropped to let life slow. But I don't need applause to stay. I found my breath in softer ways.
No checklist tells me what I'm worth. I've built my home from deep earth. It may not sparkle, may not trend, but it's the life I choose again.
It doesn't look impressive, but I sleep with ease. No ghosts to chase, no need to please. I water plants, I hum, I write, and
doesn't shine like some release, but it feels like home. And it feels like peace. And it feels like peace.
I always said it's fine, go on. Even when I felt undone, I held the door, I played it cool, never showed I felt the pull. I let them leave without a word, told myself don't make it hurt. But every time they walked away, a piece of me begged them to stay. I've been too easy to leave, too soft, too kind, too quick to grieve. I made it simple to let go, never asked what I was owed. I never said please fight for me, just watch them fade too quietly. But now I see what I believed. I've been too easy to leave. I thought that love meant being small, meant giving space, not asking at all. But silence isn't always grace. Sometimes it just erases place. Next time I won't disappear. Next time I'll say I need you here. I won't just nod and let it slide. I'll speak the heart I've kept inside. I won't be easy to leave. I'll show the fire beneath my peace. I won't pretend I don't feel deep or fold myself for them to keep. I'm still soft, but now I stay loud enough to make my way. I'm still kind, but now I breathe. And I won't be too easy to leave. I've been too easy to leave, too soft, too kind, too quick to grieve. I made it simple to let go, never asked what I was owed. I never said please fight for me, just watch them fade too quietly. But now I see what I believed, and I won't be too easy to
I used to laugh without a pause. I didn't overthink my flaws. I trusted hands that reached for mine and thought forever meant all time. I wasn't careful with my heart. I didn't tear myself apart to find the safest way to speak. I let my soul be soft, not sleek. I miss who I was before I had to be strong, before the world said prove them wrong, before the nights I cried alone and learned to stand without a home. I'm proud of me for holding on, but I miss her. Now she's gone. She used to dream without a plan. She didn't flinch when things began. She held the world with open hands before it taught her where to land. I love the strength I had to find, but I still grieve what's left behind. The girl who didn't wear a shield, who felt it all and didn't yield. I love the strength I had to find, but I still grieve what's left behind. The girl who didn't wear a shield, who felt it all and didn't yield. I miss who I was before I had to be brave, before I learned what I can't say, before the masks, before the fight, when being real just felt so light. I'm not ashamed of who I've grown, but sometimes I miss the girl I used to own. There's no shouting, no slam door, no tears spilled on the kitchen floor, just a silence I can't shake and a smile I can't fake. You didn't lie, you didn't leave, but something changed inside of me. It's not your fault, it's not my pride, it's just a truth I cannot hide. I'm leaving without a fight. No flames, no final wrong or right. I just can't stay where I don't grow, where love feels more like letting go. You gave me calm but not my spark, and I need fire to light the dark. So I'm not yelling, just turning out the light. I'm leaving without a fight. It's strange to leave a place that's warm, but still feel lonely in its form. I've traced the reasons in my mind, and none of them have crossed the line. I'm not the girl I used to be. I need more air, I need to breathe. And maybe one day you will just choosing peace, not proven right. You'll still be part of who I was, but I can't stay just because it doesn't burn, it doesn't bruise. It's just a soul that outgrew you. No blame, no shame, no final night. I'm leaving without a fight.
They said don't cry, it makes you weak. Don't let your heart be soft or speak. But I was born with open hands and kindness they don't understand. They told me life would eat me whole if I kept wearing that soft soul. But I still gave when no one stayed, and held my light through all the shade. I stayed soft, and that was brave. I didn't turn to stone to save parts of me they called too much. The depth, the care, the gentle touch. I loved out loud when it was hard. I kept my hope when things were scarred. And maybe I still bend and cave, but I stayed soft. And that was brave. I don't regret the tears I've cried. They made me real, they kept me wide. I don't regret the love I gave, even to those I couldn't save. They built their walls, I planted trees. They screamed, I whispered back with ease. And in a world that begged me change, I stayed myself, and that's not strange. I stayed soft in a world so loud, and that's my quiet, gentle proud. I didn't break, I didn't fight, I just kept holding on to life. So if they ask how I survive, I'll say by keeping love alive, and giving more than what they gave. I stayed soft, and that was brave. I used to flinch at my own voice, second guess my own choice. I wore a mask to hide my doubt,
like loving deep would risk it all. I looked for peace in someone's eyes, but found it where my silence bow.
I'm finally safe inside myself. No need to run to someone else. I don't escape, I don't pretend. I hold my heart like it's a friend.
I speak with kindness when I fall. I don't tear down, I build the wall that holds me soft, protects my health. I'm finally safe inside myself. I trust my no, I honor rest. I don't compete, I don't impress. I let the quiet guide my way. I don't rush healing in today.
I used to break the girl I was. Now I applaud her just because she never left, she just grew slow. She stayed until let her grow.
I'm finally safe inside myself. Not perfect, but I know my worth. I walk with grace, I breathe with ease. No longer begging to be pleased. I laugh alone, I cry with grace. I've made
I show up when I'm barely there, keep smiling just to fill the air. They say you're strong, you're made to lead, but no one asks what I might need. I hold their hands, I hold the weight. I show up early, never late, but something in me's growing thin, and I don't know where to begin. Strong has started to hurt. This armor's rubbing into dirt. I carry too much in my chest and call it calm and call it blessed. But I'm so tired of standing tall when all I want is room to fall. I've been the rock, I've done the work, but strong has started to hurt. I talk them down, then cry alone. I give so much, I've left my own. I say I'm fine and they believe, but I just want some space to breathe. Can I be held without a task? Can I just break and not be asked to patch it up, to stay composed? Can I be messy and still be known? Strong has started
started to hurt.